Is here we go.
I'm always live.
Now it's live.
I stay live, Penguin.
Live with Ben Griffis and Michael Rupert. I can't wait to find out where this houseboat is.
Can you see what Michael Rupert's texting? Is he trying to cheat?
No, is he texting? Is it a lady?
Oh.
Is it a gentleman?
Ooh. All right.
Oh man, I see a combustible gear hulk.
We're getting spicy for Michael. We might just be on Delirium for Ben because I see a hissing Quagmire.
Ooh,
Hissing Quagmire thrown back with reckless abandon.
reckless abandon. Is that a magic card?
That's a magic card, yeah.
All right, fantastic. Sounds like the name of a magic card.
Give some dude haste, I think.
Cool. Oh no, that's the one. It's an old school card, and it's got the guy, and he's like swinging the axe over his head. Yeah, you might sacrifice him to deal 5 damage.
Well, he's not a creature.
It might be sacrifice a guy to deal 5 damage. I don't know. Anyway,
I'm gonna say no on that, but you know.
I think we got a keep from Michael. You got a scry here from Ben, so that makes it indicative of a keep.
So green black Delirium for Ben is all but assured.
All right.
Oh man, combustible gear Hulk and Sorin for Michael. This should be
a nice one.
a spicy one.
In Evolving Wilds, I can't imagine a better card to play. We got Blooming Marsh, Swamp.
I think a better card to play would be a better Art of Evolving Wilds.
Yeah, the
Don't give me that Ugin's Fate nonsense. You know it's not
the
true.
Dragons of Tarkir dice bowling.
No, that's
promo?
No.
That card was awesome. That art is fantastic. How do you feel about the F&M foil art?
Not on board.
What if it was non-foil?
Might be on board.
Yeah,
Oh, Oath of Chandra.
Oh yeah, I've played
Volcanic Hammer, your dude.
I've played against Michael before with this deck. We played on game day. This is a nice one. You're gonna like it. I'm not gonna reveal it quite yet.
Let's update Ben Griffis's deck name to Green Black Delirium because it's pretty.
We don't know if it's the aggro or the not aggro yet, though.
He played. It's probably aggro.
Yeah.
Get those in there.
All right.
This Grimflayer, says Liliana.
This
is the one I
Grimflayer
want.
specifically. All right. So this deck Michael Rupert's playing is a Planeswalker deck.
Okay.
It features Call the Gatewatch or whatever it's called. The big 7 mana.
Oh my. We saw that yesterday in Modern.
Yeah. People are excited about that card.
Yeah, I'm excited to move my pre-release promo of that card.
Do you have a pre-release promo? I
Yeah.
feel like that's one that's going to just go through the roof.
No, I feel like it's not. Nahiri is solid.
Out of the 3-color Planeswalker deck. Yeah,
It's like we're gonna discard some nonsense.
up to 2 cards.
Discard the worst Gear Hulk. Draw a land. Got him.
Yes, so the Oath of Chandra here doing its work. And Ben is up to 3 card types in the graveyard. So if he just any sorcery or instant here,
Oh yeah.
he's going to be in good shape.
He's not in bad shape.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind having this up to a 4/4, so that I can really start.
Triple Grasp of Darkness. That's a rough hand for Ben.
Against the Planeswalker deck. That's not where you want to be.
What am I gonna hit? He really wants to grow out of range of this Radiant Flames in Michael Rupert's hand.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is getting to 4/4 keeps you out of so many removal spells that Rupert could have.
Scott, I'm pretty sure that when Grimflayer has to hit me to trigger, if it's Planeswalker doesn't trigger, right? Yes.
Okay, a little bit of confusion regarding Grimflayer's damage trigger. He does have to hit a Planeswalker, or a player, not a Planeswalker, which is a flavor fail, because as players we are Planeswalkers.
Yeah, I think they kind of abandoned that one a little bit.
Well, then what are we?
Dancer.
Certainly not human.
Certainly not human.
And there's
All right,
the
so
sorcery.
he rolls over. Is that a grapple with the past and a?
That is a traverse the Ulvenwald.
Oh, okay.
And a Mind Rack Demon.
And a Mind Rack Demon. Right. Okay.
So this is kind of rough because that Grimflayer's not dying.
All right.
Very interesting.
Yeah. See, if I'm Rupert here, I do not want that creature on the board.
No, that creature's gonna have some problems. Gonna create some problems rather. Yeah, standard.
Yeah, standard. Well, thanks, Houseboat. I like to keep the commentary on point. We still didn't find out where that houseboat docks. What port do you call home?
All right, so Grimflayer taking Nahiri down to 4.
I think that's what you got to do. I don't just. So when you're playing against Planeswalkers, especially if they don't have other things going on, it makes it a little more straightforward for you.
Of course.
That you don't have to. You don't have to think about like, oh, am I attacking them or attacking the Planeswalker? What kind of advantage? Like you can just get these Planeswalkers dead. Just take care of business.
Take care of business.
Yep. See here's.
I really like Mind Rack Demon against Planeswalkers. Gets around ground dudes, like clogging up the board.
Yeah.
But this is not where Ben wants to be.
Ooh, Lake Ontario.
Pretty far behind on mana. 2 Planeswalkers on the board.
Yep.
You've got an uphill battle either way.
So the thing with these Delirium decks is they got a little bit of something for everyone, and so
Right.
it's hard for them to, if you draw a dead portion of the deck against this Planeswalker deck, these Grasp of Darknesses that are filling up Ben's hand are pretty much dead weight.
Yeah. Instant speed, though. Dead weight, you can only play at sorcery speed. So.
Right, it's an enchantment. It was in the first iteration of these Delirium decks.
Yeah. Coincidentally, dead weight would be better here because at least it would fuel a little bit better Delirium.
Maybe I think Ben's pretty deep on Delirium.
Ben needs lands. There's no two ways about it.
Well, Traverse is one way to get them.
Hissing Quagmire is a land and a dude, which is pretty strong.
Right.
I don't know if he's playing Emrakul. I would imagine he is.
Yeah, he's got.
Since I'm seeing Ishkanaz in the main. Oh, there's the
There's
Emrakul.
the promised end.
You can't get it here because you're pretty far away from casting it.
Right. So we got artifact, creature, land, in sorcery. Do we have an instant?
We do not have an instant,
Okay.
but we have multiple Grasps of Darkness in hand.
Yeah, and Emrakul costs 9 right now. That's not how much you want to pay for Emrakul. Paying 7, not so bad.
Getting the 5 here is good. Really wants like a Vessel would be insane here.
Yeah, Vessel would be really good. I don't know. I haven't really kept up with the lists for these green box room decks. I know that Ishkana was just an all-star last weekend.
Yeah, Ishkanaz really good here, but he can't play it this turn. And we don't have one in hand.
Right.
So I think milling here is a pretty good one.
Concur.
He values keeping his Liliana alive a little bit more than that, though.
Yeah, I think embleming can be huge.
Absolutely.
Oh
But
man. Oath of Nis is the draw off the Sorin.
so 5 color Planeswalkers.
Sure.
Goodbye, Lily. We hardly knew ye.
Yeah. Just not keeping watch for long.
Oh my.
Yeah, so he's gonna use the Oath trigger here to finish Lily off.
Oh, that's smart.
I don't think.
She's not. Well, yeah, but.
Yeah, so at a different time and place, we would have ended the turn. Because the tokens leave the battlefield at end of turn.
Sure.
So by moving the tokens, you kind of indicate end of turn, whatever.
Whatever,
So,
man.
I'm interested.
Quit harshing my vibe.
Harshen my vibe?
Don't harsh my vibe.
You stop right now. I'm a little interested in what Rupert's gonna do here to end the game.
Plus
Chandra,
1 Chandra.
right. Chandra does a lot of work here.
3 more times is all it's going to take. Yeah, the lands are very mismatched. If that bugs you, I'm very sorry, but this is what we're dealing with, man.
I guess Soren's gonna do some work too. If you're playing,
I would assume so.
If you're gonna play and deploy the Gatewatch, Soren can potentially pop off for 7 damage.
Yeah, if you're just playing multiple Soren can pop off for 7.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. I don't think Ben has a path to victory this game.
I think
He agrees.
would have liked to see what he drew there. Still in his hand with 3 grasps. Gotta imagine that's coming out.
Yeah. Transgress the Mind has got to be one of the best cards to bring in here.
Seems pretty solid.
Is that a card that's still in a lot of these Delirium decks?
Yeah. So Ruinous Path is good.
Yep.
To the Slaughter is good.
To the Slaughter is good.
To the Slaughter's good here, yeah.
Oh, sure, because it can force him to sack a Planeswalker.
Right,
If
because he
you're
doesn't have
Delirious.
any creatures.
Right. Interesting.
You don't even need to be Delirious. The front side is sack a creature or a Planeswalker. And then if you're Delirious, it's sack both. But he doesn't have any creatures, so he's just 3 mana sack a
just
Planeswalker.
front-siding him?
Yeah.
Man, that's fantastic. Do you think Liliana comes out? She matches up poorly against Planeswalkers.
Yeah, I'm not crazy about Liliana, but it depends on what else I can take out, because Liliana at least can end the game by herself, and all these removal spells are going to do nothing.
Agreed.
A whole lot of nothing.
A whole bunch of nothing. What do you think of this deck as a concept from Rupert?
It seems wildly inconsistent.
Yes. I mean, the mana in Standard right now is pretty good. If you're playing a wedge and not a shard,
Yeah, but that
You're
doesn't
pretty
apply
happy
to a
about it?
5-colored deck.
well, I didn't get to finish my thought,
Please finish.
but I think he might be ambitious with a five color deck.
Oh, that's a really insightful comment you've just made. Where'd you get that from?
If I were going to try this,
A 5-color Planeswalker deck.
if I was going to try a 5-color Planeswalker deck, I'd
Okay.
want to be on much more green than he's playing. I think Oath of Nis is critical. I think I'm trying to think of what else I would play.
Vessel of Nascency hit Planeswalkers.
Yeah, I think Vessel of Nascency hits all the permanent types.
So Vessel of Nascency would be a good one.
Right. What else?
Fixes you, digs. You could play Yeah, I don't know. There's not a lot of good any color fixing in green right now.
Yeah, but it would really have to be like, you can either go to a Turkish prison or play this 5-color Planeswalker deck, and then I would start thinking about the 5-color Planeswalker deck. I'm not going to voluntarily sign up for this.
So I think it's fine as like a green-red kind of control deck
Uh-huh.
with just like an end game of here's a bunch of other Planeswalkers.
Okay.
So Nihiri is a 4-drop. Sorin 7, so by the time you get Sorin, you've probably got an Oath of Nissa.
Oh, man. I wonder if he considered white. Oath of Gideon has to be fantastic in this deck.
Yeah, it
A turn
kind
three-
of turns on opponent's removal, but it's not like a big deal.
No, you're not playing it for the tokens. You're playing it because it +1s all your Planeswalkers.
Yeah, but so he plays Oath of Nissa because it fixes and helps him dig, and he plays Chandra Oath of Chandra because it's a removal spell.
Uh-huh.
But they also have this plus side. So if you're playing Oath of Gideon, you're just playing it for the one side, and it's not quite as good.
Well, you get to block with them potentially.
Yeah.
Like against a vehicles deck, 2 blockers is not 0. It means something.
2 blockers is significantly more than 0.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
It's interesting.
Maybe
We
out of
should-
the sideboard.
What?
Maybe out of the sideboard.
Maybe out of the sideboard. That'd be a fun like Friday night challenge. Who
We
can
haven't
build the
done those
best?
in a while.
Yeah, the deck roulette where everybody. Here's a great idea for your Friday night magic. Because we used to do this all the time. It's super fun.
You have to be pretty good friends with most of the people there.
Yes.
Otherwise, it doesn't work. But
Everybody brings a deck, and it has to build a deck that can win because you can get your own deck back. And then you randomize the decks and assign them to people at random, so that you get to play like everybody else's like, oddball deck.
yeah,
It's super fun.
and you get to come up with like some insane like sideboard tech cards and
Right.
just some very interesting combinations and interactions.
Yeah.
It's a fun tournament.
All right, so here we go into game 2.
We'll see if we can get some 7s here.
Yep.
Hopefully, we'll get to see some sideboard cards out of Ben and see what his plan is. It doesn't look like it. I see an
I
Emrakul
see a
name.
grapple. I see a forest and a swamp. I can't imagine you turn that hand down. And
Grimflayer.
Is it a Grimflayer or is that a...
There's a Grimflayer and an Emrakul.
Okay. Ooh.
Ooh, lordy, lordy.
Basic swamp. Solid.
Well, I mean, it's basic swamp or basic forest.
All right, well.
Got
Yeah.
some jokes in chat. Anybody like jokes? Should probably turn the other way, because that's not a good one.
Oh. Whoa.
Whoa.
It's not the worst.
It's pretty bad. Turn
Yeah.
2 Grimflayer is also not the worst, though.
Nope.
Turn 2 Oath of Chandra murdering it. It's pretty bad for the Grimflayer player,
Well,
though.
dealing 2 damage to it.
Oh, that wasn't an Emrakul.
That was a...
That was a Transgress the Mind,
It's...
which is transgressive here. So,
So I think you sandbag this Transgress the Mind as
Yeah.
long as you possibly can.
well, I think you want to play it next turn. But he's comfortable playing it out now.
Yeah, I think he just wants to spend all his mana.
That's fine, but he had a Liliana he could throw out.
Sure.
Reality Smasher.
What?
We're on the 6-color. Upgrade that to 6-color Planeswalker, please.
6 color Planeswalker. Holy smokes.
So greedy.
I would love to see this deck list. It's almost like Rupert put all the cards he owns into one stack.
The number 6, come on. You can't have the number 5 and then change it to the word 6. And let's spell out Planeswalkers. This isn't a 6-color password. So what do you take here? It's got to be the Reality Smasher, right?
Yeah, I mean, we're... What?
Deploy. I think you take the 5-drop.
Yeah, I mean, ugh. So I can handle... So, alright. So he's like 4 lands away from casting the Deploy the Gatewatch.
Ooh. Nissa Chandra here. This is going to do a good job of clogging up this board.
I think Ben's fine with that. I think Mind Rack Demon is his path to victory. Do we hit a land? He's been really unlucky with hitting his land drops. I think he kept a 2-lander with a traverse and traversed for a land.
Right. But, I mean, he's got... So, it's the deck's designed because it has a need for a lot of land. But it's got things like Vessel and
Right.
Grapple to Pass that can get land. You just have to use it. That's why I'm a bigger fan of getting the...
If he got a forest with traverse and then Vessel used it on turn 3.
Right.
Okay.
Or playing out a Liliana on turn 3 even.
Sure.
Oh, he's got a pick the brain in hand. So I think he's trying to pick this reality smasher out.
Huh. I probably would have just done it in reverse order.
I wouldn't have taken the deploy the gatewatch no matter what. I'll tell you that.
Sure. Sure. God, yeah, and if he has Liliana and Rupert plays Nissa here, he just gets to keep killing tokens. It's a race to the top, and Nissa's top isn't nearly as good as Liliana's.
Yep.
You get to draw a bunch of cards and play some stuff, but it's interesting. I guess you can play Liliana now.
Drew a land, which is good.
Yeah.
So playing Liliana now is not good. You need to get rid of this reality smasher.
Yes, we're gonna pick the brain grapple with the past.
Yeah, I think that's got to be the play.
Or you probably grapple first if you don't have Delirium yet.
Pretty sure he's got Delirium. So he's got a land, creature, sorcery, enchantment that we know of.
Okay. And let's bring up Pick the Brain so we know how the advantage it gains when you're delirious.
You just get to search through their hand and library for additional copies of the card.
Okay.
It's not really relevant, but it can make a difference in like the Eldrazi matchups and stuff like that.
Oh man.
We've added Ob Nixie, who's going to join the fray this next turn.
Oh, I just can't. Oh.
Yeah, so Green Black Delirium has a tough time dealing with lots of Planeswalkers until you land an Emrakul. And then it's just smell you later.
Bedlam.
You got Planeswalkers killing Planeswalkers. It just gets pretty gross. So that's got to be Ben's endgame here. Stay alive until your Emrakul can come down. To which point,
Holy smokes.
this Reality Smasher has got to go.
Yeah, I guess that one ends the game the quickest, but I'm not like super stoked. Oh, you're just gonna deal with Ob Nixilis and then
Ob Nixilis is
I don't understand.
not that hard to deal with when you have an Emrakul.
I don't understand Combustible Gearhulk in this deck, but there it is.
Yeah, it's just like, I'll take, the average converted mana cost in his deck is probably 3. So it's like dealing 9.
Sure.
So that's fine, but
Alright, we're gonna see Ob Nixilis next turn. Through this Oath of Nissa. Probably one of the more key cards if you're gonna play 6-color Planeswalkers.
I would agree. If he didn't have the wastes, I wouldn't take the Reality Smasher.
Yeah, you would have let it rot in the hand.
Yeah.
Yep.
Plus his, I'll take one.
Yep. Ben's gonna take 2 here from Oath of Chandra. And grapple with the past at end of turn.
That would be ideal. Let's see if he sees that line. And he does.
Fantastic. So you roll off 3 here. And Mindwreck Demon hopefully is the take.
So whatever he plays is going to die to this Ob Nixilis. So he doesn't have a land in hand. If he draws a land, I like taking this Tireless Tracker a lot. Because you still get value even if he dies to the Ob Nixilis right away.
Okay.
Plus it lets him play Tireless Tracker, land Liliana.
Okay.
So minusing the
You get
Nissa
to kill
gets
a
him a lot
plant
less
token that way?
value. Yeah. So killing a plant's not a big deal, but next turn if Nissa goes minus, then those plants start to become like meaningful bodies.
Right.
So I'm either on board with Tireless Tracker or a land. For Tireless Tracker to be good, he really needs to draw a land.
I think, see, when I get into situations like this where the game feels like it's coming out of reach, sometimes you have to take the riskier line so that you can get back in the game.
Right, and he drew not only a land, But Evolving Wilds.
which is the best land when you have Tireless Tracker. Get 2 triggers. It wouldn't allow him to go Tireless Tracker or Liliana, though.
That's true.
I think you're all
Alright, so we can play Liliana here. Plus Liliana, kill a plant.
And then make one other play.
you either choose it's player. Yeah. So you choose whether I mill 3 to then player.
Always take the damage, by the way.
100%?
Not 100%. If I'm at like 3 and he's about to die, then I'll let him have the cards.
Sure. But in this situation, he's taking the damage.
Yeah, in this situation, you're at 16. No imminent damage threat. I'm taking the damage. Does that cost 6 or 7? That might cost
Pause.
7. Let's pause the game real quick.
6.
Alright. 6 mana.
Alright.
Deploying the Gatewatch. Those are some strong ones.
This is... So, I love how Collected Company is like an instant, cost 4. Deploy the Gatewatch costs like 6. We need to make this one a sorcery, though.
Yeah. No, it should 100% be a sorcery, because you don't want to cast your Planeswalkers on their turn anyway.
Yeah, that'd be insane. End of turn, put 2 Planeswalkers into play.
No, that wouldn't be good. You don't get to use them right away. So if they have an instant speed answer, you don't get the advantage right away. So, I mean, yeah, it'd be good in that you would have your mana available next turn. But also, they have
Also that they've played their entire turn not around these Planeswalkers.
Okay. But there's a fail state then.
Sure.
Alright. Really hurting for an Emrakul here.
Really hurting. So getting emblemed.
So he's got another Liliana in hand. I really like just playing a Liliana, plussing it, playing out a Vessel,
Yeah.
and then popping it on his end of turn.
Yeah, to
Because
try
you're
and-
not winning without an Emrakul at this point.
Sure.
But an Emrakul is still almost just game.
Right. So we just need to see how deep we can go.
Absolutely. What's Obnixilus's alt? Is it -8 or -7?
I don't know. I think it's
I think-
-7.
I think Ben just thought the same thing.
It's -8.
Perfect. Which means he'll get to alt Obnixilus targeting Michael if he has the Emrakul next turn.
Well, it's target opponent.
Well, shucks.
Gosh.
He doesn't get to do that.
Gosh darn it.
That is just a crying shame. But undoubtedly, there is no way that Ben is winning this game that doesn't involve Emrakul. So
Yeah,
I
I can't
need to set that
imagine-
up for next turn.
I can't imagine the line. Alright, alright. 4. Come on, dealer.
There it is.
There it is. The promised end.
The end is nigh.
It's promised. I've had people break their promises before.
Thus, it's nigh. It's coming. You haven't had Emrakul break a promise before.
You're right.
Emrakul is the promised end.
I can always count on Emrakul.
Alright, so he took the Emrakul. Playing out the Lily. Plus
Yep.
the Lily.
Target the plant. Doesn't die.
but it does flip upside down,
Yep. And
which is fine. It's just as good as killing it here.
right. All he needs to do is hit that Liliana live. His own land, so he's going to be up to 7 mana.
So he might need to draw a land.
So
This Liliana is probably living this turn, as weird as that sounds.
yeah, I don't think he has artifact in his graveyard.
Obnixilis up to 8.
Yep.
Michael Rupert is significantly less than 19, I would think.
I
No,
don't.
he drew life. He gained some life from the Sorin.
Yeah, that's where the life came from.
And he's taken some damage from the Obnixilis.
All right.
So yeah, it's probably about that. Another of the Gatewatch.
Yeah, another deploy the Gatewatch.
Oh, we got a Tamiyo and a Dovin Bond this time.
Man, this is just a display.
So here's the problem with deploy. You're getting these Planeswalkers, and yeah, that's great. But Emrakul's coming down next turn, and that gives him so many more options.
Yeah.
Whereas
how do you think he kills these things?
kills the Planeswalkers. Just some minuses here, some minuses there.
I mean, Sorin kills one of them.
Right, Sorin kills himself to kill one of them. Nissa can go minus to get lower, but not kill one of them.
Yep. Dovabon goes minus to gain Michael some life.
Yeah, gain 2 life and draw a card, or he's just plussing it.
Nixilis ultimate so that it can't kill your Emrakul.
Right. Which isn't great, but it kills the Obnixilis and keeps your Emrakul around.
Right.
Tamiyo can keep these 2 plants tapped.
Right. Oh man, you get to play Chandra in Ultimate Error? Now that that's in his hand?
Yep. But I think we need to get a land here and draw an untapped land to make it happen. But, you know, when that's your out, that's your out.
Yeah, when that's your out, that's your out. When it's not your out, you're going to die to 5 Planeswalkers.
Yeah, sometimes you just die to all the Planeswalkers.
Are all these Planeswalkers in the Gatewatch?
No.
No. Yeah, that's my whole thing.
Obnixilis is not in the Gatewatch. Tamiyo's not in the Gatewatch. Sorin's not in the Gatewatch. Dovin Bond's not in the Gatewatch. We only have 1 Planeswalker from the Gatewatch on the board.
But it's been deployed twice.
Yeah.
That's a little bit. That's flavor iffy.
That's flavor atrocious is what it is.
Wow. Upgraded to atrocious.
So what did he draw? So if he's got 6, that means it costs 7. And he's got 7 mana, which is exactly where we need to be. Oh, he's got 8.
Yeah, that's the best you're going to do, right?
Here we go.
The promised end.
All right.
Let's see what kind of end is promised.
Let's see if
Ben.
he can pull this one out.
All right.
Emrakul versus all the Planeswalkers.
All right.
Double Chandra.
Double Chandra. This combustible Gearhulk.
So is Oath of Chandra target opponent or target player?
I think it's opponent. Oath of Chandra is
Target creature or player?
target creature an opponent controls on the inn and then 2 damage to each opponent. So I think
Doesn't
what you
even
want to do
target.
here is Chandra, and then does a negative X, right?
Yeah.
And so you can just deal a bunch of damage to all the things. Then you Sorin, targeting Sorin -3, targeting Tameo, and then you -2 Tameo to tap the plants.
Right.
Um,
And then you can
that kills
minus
Tameo.
the Nissa, or
So-
just not use the Nissa.
So we've killed Tameo, Sorin, and Obnixilis we've ultimated.
Which is not great.
Alright, this is not where I want to be.
Oh, what is this? What is this?
So he would have taken 9. See, now he leaves it so that Obnixilis can kill Emrakul.
So if he shoots the Emrakul, or if he shoots the
Obnixilis with
Obnixilis
Sorin.
with Sorin, then he can't, because it's -3.
Right. Man, it's tricky with all these potential abilities. So it's like each one has 3 potential abilities. And so you're looking at 5 Planeswalkers, 6 if you count the Chandra. So 18 potential abilities. Really 14. Or, I'm sorry, 12. If we can't ultimate all of them.
Right.
But that's a lot of permutations to figure out, you know, how to do this.
Right.
This is where Emrakul is a great Magic card because it skill tests. The better players are going to have more impactful Emrakuls, and
That's
that's almost what you always want. You
Oh,
want better players to you know, especially on big swingy cards like that. It reduces the blowout factor.
So let's see. Minus Tameo to keep that tapped. And then I think we have to minus Sorin.
Yep,
Yeah,
there
definitely
you
have
go.
to do that.
Figured that one out.
So here's a thought. Obnixilis killing Emrakul is not a big deal
Okay.
if you get
To grapple,
to grapple the pass. Grapple from the pass.
right? Because if he plays a land here, he can recast Emrakul after a grapple.
Yeah, but he doesn't have any cards in hand.
Okay. So it's going to be over 2 draw steps.
Two might be too late.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna get that opportunity.
Those Chandras are going to end the game very quickly.
Yeah, I think the Chandras might just end the game like next turn. They make 7/2,
They make what?
or the tokens are 4/2s because of the Gideon emblem.
Oh, and he can
And-
plus it. So it's 5, so that's 10.
Right,
And then end of
4/2.
turn,
Nissa,
Chandra hits you.
right. Nissa puts counters on 2. Right,
Yep. So that's Xaxes if he sees that line.
right.
And he's taking 2 damage here.
Right. No, he's not. Planeswalker didn't come into play. He cast the
Oh.
Gearhulk.
Sure.
All right, so Michael gets 2 turns here. Yes.
I gained 3 from Sorin.
All right. Draws a card.
Let's see what we got here.
Yeah, I don't think Ben's gonna get another turn.
Yeah. If Michael sees this line. So we can Chandra plus minus Nissa.
Yep. Here we
There
go.
we go.
Swing 10.
All right.
So there it is.
That's the match. See, that's an interesting one.
The Gatewatch has successfully defeated Emrakul.
Yeah.
Yet again.
Yet again, the match ended in a flavor win.
It did, with Chandra coming down. Because in the story, Chandra is the one.
Is she the final one to?
No, she's not the final one.
Oh, that would have been.
Tamio is actually.
Really?
I wasn't sure.
We'll get into that in the next round. I could talk all day about this because it's actually pretty good.
Yeah, I'm sure the flavor's excellent.
But we're going to